Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here on a nifty little bike ride on this Royal Enfield Meteor 350. Absolutely gorgeous bike. Check that hot rod out. We're right across the river from the White Rock Conservancy. That's a big 5,000 acres of wilderness area here in west central Iowa. Anyway, the bike has just been a hoot. I want to go start right away with this add-on because I don't want to forget about it. They put this muffler on there and I can't think of the name of it, and I'll try to put it down below in writing. But that is an add-on that I recommend for everybody with a 350. And I'm really struggling with the idea of putting it on my 350 because it is a little loud. It gets a little noisy, and I like my quiet motorcycles, but boy, does it really add to the performance of the bike. The bike itself is a 349cc, single cylinder, single overhead cam, 2-valve, air-cooled, oil-cooled engine. Puts out about 20 horsepower, 20 foot-pounds of torque, that's 27 Newton meters. Has a 5-speed transmission, a great 5-speed transmission. I want to talk about that real quick. This is a great combination, of course. It works really well. I've got this on my bike. My bike has the foot pegs back here somewhere, and I have the normal shifter on mine. Now, this bike has what they call forward controls. They're really not a forward. They're semi-forward, but it has this heel shifter on there. And today I've got my hiking boots on because I went for a big hike this morning, and that heel shifter has just been it's like a gift. It has made running this bike just so much easier. You know, my boots are stiff, so it's a good add is what I'm saying. On the front, this bike has a 300mm disc with a dual piston bi-brake, excellent brakes, ABS brakes by the way, a 19-inch wheel. I think that is a 190/19, good tire on there. 41mm forks with about 5.1 inches of travel, suspension travel. That's 130 millimeters. On the rear, it's got a 270mm disc, which is quite large. It's a single piston bi-brake caliper. The tire is a 140/70/17, and travel is about 3.5 inches, or about 86, 89 millimeters. Jumping up here to the seat, these are my Royal Enfield Alpine Star V2 gloves. Great for a morning like today. Those are good for about 45 degrees. Anyway, the seat, so it's got this nifty wide solo seat up here, of course, and then, you know, a separate rear seat with this backrest. The seat height is 30.1 inches at 765 millimeters. Now, couple that with the narrowness of this motorcycle through its center section and the ultra low center of gravity. This thing is an excellent bike for people that are worried about height, or for new riders, or, you know, it just works so well. Or it's a good town bike. It just handles excellent. So it's got that low seat height, but it still has 6.7 inches of ground clearance. That's about 170 millimeters, and a wheelbase of 55.1 inches, or about 1,400 millimeters. Very stable going down the highway. Fuel tank is about 4 gallons or 15 liters. And the wet weight of this motorcycle, and this is amazing, I'd love to weigh one of these, 421 pounds, about 191 kilograms. So those are the numbers. Now let's talk about the add-ons. So Baxter Cycle has taken this motorcycle and really turned it into a good touring bike by adding things like this windshield, these nifty bags. I think it comes with the rear backrest, but that's a real nice add. And then of course this slip-on pipe. And the big thing about the pipe is it really helps going down the roads. A little bit more noise, but I think that's bearable. It's a very good looking motorcycle, and it's a good combination of accessories. I think I could tour with this motorcycle. I really believe that. You just have to stay off the interstate. So y'all at your computers right now, go to baxtercycle.com, hit contact us, type Fuzzy Biker 500 miles on a Meteor ride, Meteor 350, and we'll see what we can get done. I'd love to do that. It's a very good looking motorcycle though, isn't it? Handles very well. I rode it about 150 miles last night. I'm going to do another 150 this morning. I really enjoy riding this bike. It's the most mature of the 3 Royal Enfield 350s. There's the Hunter, or what I call the Hunter Scepter, which is very sporty. There's the Classic, like the one I have, which is very traditional looking, all metal, heavier. A lot of fun to own. I just love that bike. And then there's this one, which I think, you know, the gauges are easy to read. It has a larger fuel tank. The bars reach up to you. It cruises down the road very well. So when you sit on this bike like this, notice my arms are in a nice comfortable spot. No problem there. Good airflow deflection. Instrument panel's easy to see. My feet are in a good spot right there. I sit about upright. My knees and my hips are about the same height, and my feet, look at that, my heel is just about straight down from my knee. Very good combination. While we're up here, we might as well go through the dash here. Big old Oculus, as I call it here. Analog speedometer on the outside. In here we've got a digital fuel gauge, a clock, an always visible gear indicator, And then down here, a trip meter. This trip meter is controlled by this information button right here. So you take an eyeball and watch that. 180 on the odometer, 121 on the trip meter, fuel tank. And then that's so far today's ride. And then down here we've got a battery light, neutral light, ABS light, and an engine light. Jumping up here, a nifty clutch lever. Information button right here. Pass to flash, low beam, high beam, blinkers, horn right there. And then right down here, hiding down here, I hope you can see it, there's a USB port. It's covered, so it's waterproof. On this side, we've got the kill switch, the run switch, and it rockers over for a start switch, hazard lights, and of course the fuel and the brake. Mirrors work very good. Of the three 350s, I think the mirrors on the Meteor are the smoothest. I think the ride on the Meteor is the smoothest. It's got the longer wheelbase, very stable. It still handles good around town. I love these bikes. They're just a hoot. They're just a hoot. Good looking motorcycle, isn't it? You know, and then add to that the fact that you've got the heel shifter, you've got a backrest for your passenger. You know, a lot of people won't ride in the back of a motorcycle without a backrest, including me. And the fact that it's just a very good looking bike. I have really enjoyed riding this and hope to do so again. Speaking of rides, we keep talking about a small displacement or 350cc motorcycle ride in the month of April. If y'all are interested in that, please let me know. I'm going to post something on the Forgotten Motorcycles Facebook page. If you go there, Forgotten Motorcycles on Facebook, I'll have a date on there in the events area, and we'll see what we get done for the month of April. Sounds like fun. If you're interested in a newer used Royal Enfield like this one, Triumph, classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, doodads, thingamajigs, sweet googly woogly, they've got it all. A new jacket like this, I just got this jacket a couple days ago and I love it. I did a review on this jacket, and what I forgot to mention was they put Velcro on the front here, so it's easier to work than the snaps when you have your gloves on. Anyway, get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycle.com. Let them folks know that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, life is good. It's a beautiful day. I got a wonderful motorcycle, and I'm going to go for a ride. Y'all do the same if you can. Wahoo!